All right, here we are going live. I think my mic is working. Let me check that out real quick. It's not. So you guys are listening to crappy audio. Let me fix that for you with one little plug. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Input. Boom. All right. We should be clear and hot. Yeah. All right. So what's up, everybody? James Corbett here. Project Refit. Happy to be back. Was very busy past couple weeks. Thankfully, we had some step-ins with Wade and others who stepped up to continue FML and keeping it going week after week. On Thursdays at 12, we did have a guest scheduled and lined up, but sometimes things happen and people can't join. So, um, that's all right. And it looks like actually I sent a email to them and their recipient inbox is full. So I don't think our guy is making it. That's all right though. So here to hang out with you guys today, talk to you a little bit about what happened in the past couple weeks. We had a golf outing that happened. That was great. The golf outing was last Thursday. Thank you to Dave DiPersini. He's actually also a board member. He is Army veteran and very motivated, and he took a lot off our plates and really helped us out. So thank you, Dave. Thank you, everybody. Fulton Bank. It was sponsored by Fulton Bank. Fulton Bank really, cannot say enough for being our title sponsor for the event. Some really good people came in to make that happen. It was really a special time and a special event. So, and I need to fix I need to fix the Instagram real quick. I'm going to save that. I didn't know I could do it live. So here I go. I'm fixing Instagram. But I am streaming on Facebook and LinkedIn and Kick and Twitch and YouTube and all that good stuff. So, um, yeah, today I'm going to shoot the shit and, see who jumps in here and hangs out with us and comes talk to me and maybe brings up some topics that you want to discuss. So I'm just going to hang out and wait here while that happens. And I actually, you know what? I'm going to take a quick minute and I'm going to go grab coffee. Let me see if I can put up like a video wait thing. Like we'll be back or something. What up, Tanner? You want to come in here and hang out with me, bro? I do want to get coffee though. I really do want to get coffee. That's something I want to make happen. Yo, Tanner, I'm stoked for the roaming vet retreat, bro. I think it's going to be a great time, by the way. I'm super stoked you're going to be there with me too. What up? Dylan Soccer. Dylan. He's on Instagram over there. So Dylan. I'm sure it's Dylan. I'm in class. I should have even. Oh shit. Go pay attention, bro. Get that CRISPR certification. What's up? Perseverance. Now that's a motherfucker. I want to get on here, dude. That's a nonprofit. Also, the gentleman that started Perseverance is an Army veteran. For some reason, I called him a Marine for years to him, and he was like, "Dude, I'm not a fucking Marine. I'm Army. I'm infantry." I was like, "Shit, my bad." In fact, he might not even be infantry. I think he did infantrymanship, but he was either a combat engineer or a tanker or something like that. I'm not sure which, but I actually forget. But he's the man, and I would love to get him on here and talk to him sometime and interview him. I'm going to do that. His name is Joe. So yeah. Anyway, I want to go get coffee. I think I said that already, and I really do want to go jump and do that. So I will be back in just a second. Give me one moment. All right, all right, all right. I'm back. All right. I didn't know that it would turn off, but it did. But here I am. So, man, what do I want to talk about today? I'm completely alone here, hanging out. Um, yeah, I don't know. What did we do? Something really cool. So, uh, last week we sat with members from the New Jersey National Guard. It was actually family members that we sat down with. We took them out to a horse farm in Lumberton. Awesome partners. I want to give them a shout out. Great group of women. And, they're really stepping up and they want to do more like, horse based therapy, equine therapy stuff where you get to hang out with the horse and chill. Um, and we brought a whole new element where the kids were hanging out with everyone. And, hi, I'm a fan of your streams. Uh, Sweet. I don't know what that is. Man, we get a lot of spam from that uh, platform. It's Kick. There's a ton of it. Very annoying, actually. Um, so anywhoosies. So we're out there on this horse farm, and we sat some families down. We had a grandpop that was there. That was super cool. Because grandpop wanted to know what's going to happen. He never experienced a loved one in the military, so he actually it was his grandson-in-law. So it's a guy that married into his family. That is his grandson-in-law, and he wanted to be there for him when he comes back, and he wants to know what his granddaughter is going to be facing, and how the whole family unit can be around that person. And it was really cool to have him there. And then there was obviously there were some wives there, girlfriends who were also the mother of the children to the person deployed. So we had the whole gambit, right? We invited everybody. You didn't have to be immediate family to participate because, it's not always relevant to some people's situations. Um, so we sat with them. We talked for 5 hours, and it was great. It was so fantastic. One of the pieces of feedback we got was, this is the best 5 hours I've spent the entire deployment. Best relationship, best my relationship has been with my loved one for a long time. Let's do it again soon, like really soon. The planning was great. That kind of feedback. And then a really cool piece of feedback came from a psychologist that we invited out to hang out with us. And the psychologist said, wow, you guys really are doing something very different. How you're handling the conversations, how you're organizing and structuring them. This is unlike anything I've ever seen or been a part of. So that was a huge compliment. That is something that, we held on to and we're very proud of and very grateful for. And it's why we're entering into the space of doing peer services soon. We're going to be offering peer services. So, we're building up the back end for that. We're going to have to get the insurances and the paperwork and all that good stuff done. To make sure we can cover that. But we're going to be offering that very soon. We're looking end of this year or beginning of next year. We're going to really enter into it. One of our guys, Tanner Montana, actually the classes that he says he's in right there, I believe it's actually the classes for his peer certification because he's going to be one of our peers and he's fantastic. I couldn't think of anybody better. Aside from Dan, actually Dan Lombard, one of the co-founders of this, he would be a fantastic peer, is a fantastic peer. He's going to be a fantastic peer. Wade, he's going to be a peer. We're going to have a bunch of peers that we're going to end up coming in and hiring into this organization to, make a difference in people's lives. And, it's such an honor. It's such a great thing to be a part of. And, the difficulties sometimes that come through are overshadowed by, the real work and lives being changed that we get to experience, monthly and sometimes daily. So, that was really great. That whole horse farm experience with those families, getting that compliment from that psychologist, getting compliments from the families, how much it meant to them, how much they benefited from it. It was just so great. What's up, Mark? How you doing, brother? Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. We did have a guest today. The guest is not showing up. So Wade, if you come in here, you want to hit your boy up. I'm actually going to text Wade right now. I'm like, yo, your dude didn't show up. Your dude didn't show up. His inbox is full, therefore never received the invite. So that's probably why he's not on here, because he probably never received it because his inbox is full. the email invite. Um, so yeah. Mark, you have anything you want to talk about today, dude? You want to send me anything or what's up? What's going on, dude? How's it going with you, baby? Bro, I'm about to put on Jackbox and like maybe play a fucking game or some shit with you guys, unless you want to talk about something. You want to give me a heavy topic to discuss or kind of go over? I would love to do it. I love talking philosophy and psychology and stuff. Also, I want to give a quick shout out to um, Wade said, "What, dude?" Wade has been under the weather recently, and he's usually one of the most on point guys in the organization. Uh, so it's funny for me. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Yeah, it's funny. It's funny. He remembers. That's so great. I love Wade. Um, but yeah, man, do you guys have any heavy topics you want to discuss? You want me to kind of noodle with you? Uh, he said, hanging in, I guess. You hanging? Short, shriveled and to the left, or what? Can't even believe I just said that out loud. Here we are. Um, but yeah, so we did have a guy that we're gonna have come in here, but again, he said, yes, sir, let's go. That's it, dude. What are you, Irish, bro? Uh, damn. Sorry to hear that. So, does anybody have anything they want to talk about? Like a topic or a question or something you came across, a thought that you've been having? I would love to discuss it and talk about it, just to shoot the shit and kind of figure it out. Here we go. Mark said, well, a friend of mine was talking about accepting rejection. Maybe that's something you can talk about. Oh, wow. That's a deep one. It's deep, but I also have a very simple, it's something I had to figure out for myself. Um, when it comes to rejection, you need to have self-worth built up to such a high level for yourself. It's not like a cocky thing or whatever. It's just self-worth. You know who you are. That a person's rejection is not a reflection on you as the person that you are because you're happy and proud of who you are. Because that's the only way rejection is going to actually hurt. Um, I'll leave you up here for the view too. Thanks, brother. um, yeah, I think it's a lesson. I don't know if rejection is a lesson necessarily. It depends on how the rejection is. I think rejection overall, uh, man, I think it's just so it doesn't hurt you as much, so you can view it as a lesson. A genuine lesson is you need to have again that self-worth built up to be able to view it in that positive light. I That's kind of how I look at it. And yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's right. Context. That's a great word for it. You're right. So depending on the context of like the rejection, like are we talking sales or are we talking about like relationship rejection? You know what I mean? Like and I actually even in either one, like a business scenario or a personal relationship scenario, rejection, for it to hurt less, you have to know that you're bringing some type of value and you're just trying to help. Or in the case of relationship, you have a lot to offer. You feel like you can be a good, partner, at the end of the day, and you don't get personally hurt by it. You don't feel victimized and shit. You can be a normal level human being and not take too much offense. It depends on how confident you are in who you are, right? And loving and accepting of yourself. I think that's like the best fortification, one of the best fortifications you can build for rejection. And speaking of relationship stuff, I was talking to a person recently who had a major, betrayal again in their lives. And, they keep running into betrayal. I really, something I did for myself for the betrayal side was I had to, um, hang on, give me a second. Uh, sorry, I'm responding to someone. But yes, I feel like coming up with to avoid really the major hurt from rejection, um, or even better, to avoid the constant patterns that you're in regards to relationships. Something I did for myself is I created a list of red flags that I'm okay with and red flags that are absolute deal breakers, things that I can't really handle. Um, and just, and not even red flags, but also just things that actually matter, right? Like looks and things like that. All looks fade. You know what I mean? Like, who is the person that you're actually with? Like, how are they going to be, with your future family, your children, how do they fit into your future of like business and things like that? Are they very self-centered? Are they full of themselves? Those are things that I can't really stand. I don't like being with someone who is so, uh, what's the perfect word? It's a word that Steve Jobs said to Joni Ive, and Joni Ive shared the story. He said it was one of his favorites. Um, man, I didn't know you were so. What did he say? I didn't know you were so. Um, oh God, the word. Hang on, I got to look it up. I got to look it up. Uh, it's so fucking beautiful. Actually, it's Steve Jobs to Joni Ive. I didn't. No, you were so vain, I think it is. You were so, uh, I think it was vain. Um, yep, it is vain. I didn't know you were so vain. So I don't like people who are vain. I don't really like that, right? But depending on the level of vanity that you are, I can handle. There's a scale, right? Like I don't like people who are overly vain, who think they are just the fucking bee's knees. And if they think that way about themselves, that means that they can't take, criticism very well, or they're gonna put their own ego above other things and shit, and take offense to a lot. I can't handle that. I literally can't stand that kind of shit, because it's not about you, right? There's a team here, there's a build, there's a mission, there's something we're going towards. Personality is so important, dude. Like looks. Sure, we all love a beautiful looking person or whatever, right? Like physically and everything, but you know, it does that person bring other things to the table? That's where my list came. That I'm talking about my own personal list. And like, on a scale of 1 to 10, is this person able to, is this is actually key. This is something really key. Can the person admit to when they're wrong, or see how you could be annoyed, or see how you could be hurt by something that they said to you, right? And understand it and apologize for it, and maybe figure out a way to work with you and communicate better with you in the future, right? Those are the types of things that really matter. Communication is everything to me, because I know what it's like to feel ignored, and feel like you aren't being heard, right? I know what that feels like. And that's why I sometimes over explain things. I'm also learning in my own personal life not to over explain things. Like when it comes to uh, you know, moving parts or whatever. Or like, hey, we need to do this, that, and the other. And it's like, why are we doing that? It's like the big picture thinking. A lot of people can't, they can't grasp it all in one sitting, and it's very difficult to communicate that. And even in a relationship, like why you're making a decision in a certain way, you have to be able to match up with someone who can keep up with you mentally. It's so important. I have that problem myself. I over explain. Yeah, but how are you over explaining, right? Like, is it appropriate at the time? Is it not appropriate at the time? That's the thing, like finding that balance. And the only way you can find the balance is if you have a person you can communicate with and be like, hey, how much do you actually want to know about this certain scenario, right? Like, that's why at the core, at the base of the relationship, it's crucial to know how well that person can explain or understand things, right? Or even sit back and apologize, right? Like even in a business, dude, like it's super key to have that kind of back and forth with people, like that is it's fucking crucial. Um, so I just really, I don't know. It's rejection. Getting back to it, find it, like it's like, okay, if we create that list of things that we're okay with, right, in a relationship, and that we're not okay with, like what if that person is showing a few things that you really like and a few things that you don't like, and it's like, hey, you know what, they rejected me and I'm okay with it because they did have these things, or these negative things over here. It's all right, like you can find a way through, and it's not like you're going to talk shit, because you shouldn't be creating a list to then, like, oh, that person or whatever. It's not that's not it. Don't not here to talk shit. Like any ex that I have, I'm not going to talk shit on any ex that I have. I'm not going to do it. I just won't. I don't want to do it. I think they've all been in their own respects great women, great young. Some of them were young, like when I was younger dating. I was in a relationship for many years, so I'll never talk shit on that person. I respect her and her family too much to do that kind of stuff. I'll never do it. You're never going to catch me doing it. I don't want to. And especially because her father in particular played such an important role in my life. And I love that man and I will love him for the rest of my life. I still get to talk to him sometimes, which is amazing. I did want to one day call him dad, badly. And a father. And there was actually a guy that was married into the family for a little bit or was potentially going to be married. I think they actually split before they got married, but, who called him dad and stuff like that. And it really fucking, I think he knew that it fucked me up a little bit. Cause I kind of like let my face one day go like, fuck, like I want to do that. Like I'm jealous. I love that man, a lot. I don't know why cause I don't want to talk, don't do things to like, all I'm saying is don't be a dick. You know what I mean? Like, don't create a list and be like, oh, you don't fit here. You're fuck you, like, nah, dude, we're all people. It's just finding what works for you is really important. And I think it's just, that's a healthy way to look at it. You're not building up a hit list, of things like, oh, well, you don't fit this and you're an asshole for this. No, man, we're all assholes. I have my flaws. I'm very difficult to communicate with sometimes. I know that. It's things it's one of my flaws. Like if you're not tracking something I'm saying right away, I get annoyed because I'm like, how are you not understanding? And it's because I'm not communicating it well to that person. So there's things that, it's difficult to work with, and we all have our flaws. None of us are perfect. Um, and that's okay. And I have people in my life who understand that. They understand my other flaws and, my own mental health issues that I struggle with and, things that I have to, that I don't really talk about too much with a lot of people. And, like my ability, my sensor, my genuine sensory issues and other things that I have and, kind of opening up, I guess, a little bit about it now, like me, being a little bit on the spectrum kind of deals and stuff like that. And it's hard for people to understand those things about me, and that's okay. I have people in my life who get it, who track with me, and like that's cool, man. Like I love that. I love being able to, work with those people and love those people who love me. So it's just I don't know. Create if you're single or whatever and you're looking, I guess all I'm saying is to protect yourself from the rejection and to continue forward, because you do want to have a life. Like Mark, for example, I know you really want to have a life with someone, you really want to share it with someone, but don't be so hungry, you know what I mean, that you want to just grab onto something. Um and like, all right, this is it, like don't settle, but also have expectations that are manageable. You know what I mean? It's not settling. It's coming to the conclusion of things that matter more than other things. Like that's all. Like that's how you get through that rejection mindset, and protect yourself. So, and I know I'm kind of like rambling through and in, but I hope it makes sense what I'm saying, because I think it's to manage rejection, because that's the core question. To manage rejection, you really have to build up the fortification of your mind and your confidence internally to be able to not feel so victimized by the rejection when it happens, and to not carry the hatred for that person or carry the hurt for that other person that rejected you. Like, get over it. You know what I mean? Like, move on. Like those like weirdos who send women inboxes of weird shit. Like I'm inboxed even like on my, like I had a woman the other day last week. She inboxed me and she's like, "You are gorgeous," and I was like, "That's a very nice compliment. Thank you." I told Lisa about it. I was like, got a very nice compliment from a lady on Facebook here, calling me gorgeous. Like I've never been called gorgeous before. So, that was very nice. And I said, "Hey, listen, like, thank you, but no, thank you," kind of thing. And, but it's just nice. That's a nice thing. I rejected that person, but I didn't do it like an asshole. And I know some people can be assholes when they reject you or whatever, but don't take it. It's not you. It's that person. You know what I mean? It's kind of a difficult concept to get through if you don't have the self-confidence in who you are as a person. And I think it's easier for some than others to have that confidence. And I get that. Um, I really do actually get that. That's something I had to build up, like the mental capacity to be able to move forward and move forward quickly. I think baseball actually taught me that because I suck. There's a guy on here that'll tell you how much I suck at softball and baseball. But like, it's really just um, when you make an error, whatever, just move on. You got to move on. If you don't move on, you're going to fucking continue to make an error. You're going to keep sucking. So I guess actually, because I suck so bad, I've never been able to get through. So that's a terrible example because I'm just bad. Pat, thank you, brother. Appreciate that. He said, what happened for me that changed my mindset on rejection was the good speech. Was the good speech. Okay. Is that good, not great? Be good, not great? Is that Ray? That's actually kind of cool. Is there a who said that actually? Um oh Ray said thanks, homie. Um but genuinely, I that's a really cool. I think I know what you're talking about, Ray. Do you remember who gave that? So let me see. Let me see if I can find it. Let me uh good, not great speech. Um I can't find it. Good, not great. The good speech, like I'm good. Yeah, 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 yeah. I want to know, Ray. You can't just leave us hanging like this, brother. I'm talking about Jocko Willink. Oh, good. Like this bad thing happened. Good. Like this. Good. Yeah, 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 yeah. Because actually, I you know where he got that from. I know where Jocko Willink got that shit from. I'm gonna. All right. So there's a well. First off, it is great. I actually agree with you, Ray. That is a fantastic speech where it's like, oh, your leg got broken. Good. You fucking you failed. Good. Like you got rejected here. Good. It means you can get better and better and better. It's real. That is real. That is real. I can't say it enough. It's real. And actually, it comes from a super old, I guess, parable you could say. So Buddha in Buddhism, there's this story of the wise farmer and the foolish farmer, and it's one of my favorite fucking things. I all right, so the one of the pieces of the parable goes, or the story goes, one day the son of the wise farmer broke his leg, and the foolish farmer came over and said, "Oh, hey, I heard the bad news. Like, your son broke his leg," and the wise farmer was like, good, bad, we'll see. Just depends. I think he'll be okay. Maybe he won't be. We'll see why it happened. Next day, the military comes through and they say, hey, uh, the country in China says, hey, we're going to war, so we need your son. And the wise farmer was like, my son's leg is broken, he can't go. And the foolish farmer came up and he was like, oh, hey, I heard the good news, like your son can't go because your son's leg is broken. So it's like wait a second, is it good, is it bad? We don't know. Don't assume shit. Like, don't assume something is good. In that scenario, you'll drive yourself crazy thinking about the future and thinking about the past, and just stay in the moment. Like, just, hey, you know what? This happened. You're alive. You have life. You're still here. You're still breathing. So what's next? That bad thing happened. Good. Like, how are you going to get through it? How are you going to solve that problem? How are you going to learn from it and make sure that you can be better for the future? You know what I mean? Like, that's a good thing. So, genuinely, I do like that as well, Ray. I'm happy you brought that up. Like, you got rejected. Good. Keep moving. Like, it's not a problem. You got to keep moving forward. Um, I love that. And I think that is that's a testament, that speech Jocko Willink gives is a testament to like the old parables and such that you can see. So let's see. Good luck, bad luck, who knows? Right? Good luck, bad luck, who knows? Uh, good luck, bad luck, who knows? I think is what it is. So adversity is a good thing. That's right. So actually let's talk about that real quick. Uh, adversity being a good thing. For some reason, everybody looks at like, oh, I'm going through a really hard time right now. And they get down on themselves. Like, hey, I have all of this work happening at my job right now. Like, oh, bad, bad, bad. All constantly looking at it like a negative. I personally believe that because I actually full transparency, I'm going through some own personal like stress overload of things that are happening and things that aren't happening and like picking up slack and constantly having to do it and constantly needing to move forward and like I feel overwhelmed, right? And I just it's really messing with me in many other aspects of my life right now. And I had to get it off my chest yesterday. I was talking to Lisa about it, and man, I was tough. Oh, look, we have our guest. Oh no, we don't. It's Wade. But still, that's great. Wade, I didn't mean it like that. I saw your face, bro. You were like, "What, dude?" I didn't mean it like that. I promise,
I
brother.
took it as such. I was like,
I
damn,
know, dude. You were like, "What? I'm cool."
I'm
Yo,
disappointed.
hold up. Let me get my other hat. Hang on. Now we matching, baby. Now we matching. Let's go. um, but yeah, so we're talking about I think you might have just heard. I didn't know how long you were on for, but um we were talking about like rejection and how to build up, I would say, and I would argue the resilience to it and how adversity is a good thing and how, all those like negative experiences in your life actually can become a good thing, right? Can actually be something good. That's really, really important to discuss. I feel like in our everyday lives, like just because something bad is happening doesn't mean it's the end of the fucking world. Like actually, it could be a good thing. Like again, I love saying now, and we're gonna put into the book that you and I are writing. Everybody, hint, hint. Wade and I are working on something real soon. But the ink, pain is the ink to the pen that writes the story of our lives. You know what I mean? Like we need to stop looking at pain and negative, things like it's a bad thing because it's fucking not. Um, it's such a lie that we keep telling ourselves that it's not a bad thing, no matter what. That's actually almost in line with what Viktor Frankl was talking about in his book Man's Search for Meaning, right? Logotherapy, right? It's a concept of, all these bad things. It actually goes back to the good speech that Jocko Willink gave, where he's like, oh, that bad thing happened? Good. This happened? Good. Like he keeps on going down the fucking gambit of like all the bad things happening, saying good. It's just keep going. You know what I mean? So just yeah. That's what we're doing today, Wade. If you have any kind of input or thoughts.
Yeah. So I used to tell my guys, man, they used to be like, Sergeant, this sucks. And I used to be like, shut up. Adversity builds character and character gets you far in life. Because I believed that. Like, I'm like, dude,
That's true.
you put me through the worst, and I'm not gonna be a victim of my circumstances. I'm gonna be a victor, dude.
Amen.
I choose to let things happen for me, not to me. Then that's the mentality you have to have, or you
Wow.
just, what is here? Let me read this quote. I got a quote today, bro, and it was like mad deep on the Colorado retreat guys thing.
Hell yeah.
Remorse is an aggravating form of self-pity.
Say it again.
Remorse is an aggravating form of self-pity.
Wow. It's true. It's true. Wow. Wow. Wait, that's very true.
Yeah, right? It's like, oh, woe is me. Why did I do this?
Uh-huh.
Blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, dude, like, look, it's not why did I do this? It's what the fuck are you going to do about that?
That's right. That's right. That is the mentality right there. Wow, I love that.
Take it from me,
Yeah,
right? Like, I used to be a fucking drunk, dude, and like
yeah,
I could sit here all day and think about all the feelings I hurt and all the bad things I did, or I can use that as fuel to my fire and choose to be better every single day than I was yesterday. You know what I
that's
mean?
fucking right. Literally, that is exactly right,
Yeah,
actually.
because like there's a saying, and it's I think I've said it to you before. If I have one foot in yesterday and one foot in tomorrow, I'm peeing all over today. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, don't. The past is the past. It's gone. It's irrelevant. It's done. Like it's okay to do some like self autobiographical planning, but it's not okay to stay there, dude.
That's right. Fuck yeah. Holy shit.
And like, yeah, like I know you're going through some stress right now, James, but think about one of your idols, like Steve Jobs, right, bro? You're
Fuck
telling me
yeah.
like that guy was never like stressed beyond belief, dude? That's Steve Jobs, man. He was always stressed.
He was always stressed out, but he also, learned how to manage it incredibly well. That is true, and that's what
Yeah,
I'm going through, and I do know that. Like, I'm learning how to make myself better and recognize that same like, I'm not so vain. I am not so vain that I don't have issues, actually. I am not vain in that I do have problems that I need to get through and things I need to learn how to be better with, right? And I also am not so vain that the opinions of others don't really stop me from doing anything. They hit me and I feel them, but I continue forward anyway because I'm not so vain. And that's something I do hold on to and I'm very proud of. But it's also good to have some good people in your corner, backing you up and reminding you of that shit. You know what I mean? So, but absolutely, bro. Like you're totally right. I do love that quote of 1 foot in tomorrow and 1 foot in yesterday. And you're peeing all over today at that point. Like I love that. Um, he said, so Sean asked, who's that quote from? I feel like that's yours, right?
which one?
The quote where you're peeing.
Oh, AA.
AA, dude. That's somewhere from AA, Sean. Yeah, I love that. And Scott said, being able to be reactive and improve based on the circumstances is borderline a superpower. That's real shit. Um, Paul said he feels like weight is staring into my soul. That's cool. And then Pat said rejection. Oh, I like this. Pat said rejection doesn't equal failure. Rejection is another opportunity to improve. Prove someone wrong or yourself wrong. I actually feel like it's proving yourself wrong, right? I don't like to focus too much on other people, but I do get it. I do get that. And it is definitely it for sure. Say the remorse quote again. The remorse quote. Go ahead, Wade.
Remorse is an aggravating form of self pity.
Remorse is an aggravating form of self pity.
Yeah,
Remorse is an aggravating form of self pity. That
dude.
is really, really deep.
It was I needed it today, bro, because like I'm just throwing out some of my stuff, being transparent. Like I have
Please, let's do it.
a wedding coming up, bro. Like that's mad money, bro. I just dropped like 2 grand on a wedding band today. Like, you know what I mean? Like people don't think about how like the expenses add up, bro. And I'm like, I am so stressed, bro. But I am so grateful for being where I'm at. And I say that
Yes.
because you know what, dude? Right now, like this past month, I've been budgeting. I haven't been like eating as good as I want to eat, like going to all these places. Bro, this is gonna make me appreciate eating at those places just a little bit more, dude. And even if it's 1% more, that's a lot, dude. You know what I mean? That's a hundred
That's
percent.
right, bro.
It's all
That's
right.
right.
Like there's a lesson to be learned in being stressed, right? When you're uncomfortable, you're growing, bro. I know I'm so uncomfortable because this wedding is gonna be fucking awesome. That's why,
Hell
dude.
yeah.
I'm sacrificing for it. My wife is sacrificing for it. We're already married to everybody on here, but I'm giving my wife a wedding ceremony. Um,
That she deserves.
yeah, absolutely.
Am I
And
allowed to wear a hat?
yeah, I don't care. Go for it. I mean, like
Oh my God. I'm blacking out. Black on black on black.
my mom might say something to you, bro, but she loves you, so you'll be all right.
All right, cool. All right. I think I will do that. Dude, let's go. I can't wait.
Yeah, dude. It's like I live in that, bro. And I was just like talking to somebody the other day, dude. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, that's so in recovery, right? This is what I've learned. I've probably had 60 to 100 clients in a year. And I have learned that the people that don't woe is me themselves and take accountability for their actions are far more likely to be successful.
Fuck
Because
yeah.
you have guys that are like, oh, the state is failing me. Or like, for veterans, like, oh, the VA didn't give me this and that. It's like, look, dude, but what did you do to get yourself homeless?
That's
What
right.
about it? And I was homeless, so I can say, you know what I mean? It's
Yep.
like, what did I do? I got to be accountable. I came in here, bro, and I took everything I'm actually at the VA right now. But I took everything absolutely so fucking serious because I didn't want to repeat my mistakes. I was like, how am I going to be better? No, I chose not to be service connected. I chose not to go in and get my VA shit done. So when I was dying, dude, from either drinking or trying to kill myself and the VA wasn't helping me, I was being one of those people that was complaining about the VA not helping me. And I was like, you
That's
know
right.
what? Fuck that, dude. They gave me an opportunity to shine. I'm going to take it and I'm going to move with it. And my life has been great since I started taking accountability for my.
Taking accountability for his actions. I know he just broke up there, but that's what he was saying. And that is crucial. That is absolutely correct. There's no other question about it.
Hey,
When you take extreme
oh,
accountability,
damn.
yeah, I got you back. We got you back, Wade. But when you take extreme accountability of your life,
Somebody called
everything
and
changes.
I want to
Genuinely.
check
That's
if there's
real
something
shit. Real shit.
I got to.
I
It sucks.
fucking love it, Wade. Wade's on one today, bro. Let's go. I hope he comes back in. I think he might have just pieced out, but he is on one, brother. That is fucking right.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you back. We got you back.
Oh, I'm
Yep.
right here. Yeah, I couldn't hear you. Sorry. Somebody called me in the middle of this and then like cuts out because I'm in my
Got
car.
it. Got it. Okay. Okay.
But yeah,
That makes sense.
yeah, maybe it was because I was dropping too much fire, bro. And they're like, you need to stop with that. Stop telling people to be accountable.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
need
Yeah.
weak men. China's calling me. They're like, we need America to have weak men. He better stop empowering motherfuckers, bro, because like
That's
that's what
right,
we're
dude.
about, dude. You know what I mean?
That's what
It's
we're
like
about. That's 100%
that's
right.
what.
Oh, what did
Yo,
that? Go
go ahead.
ahead.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
I was
throw
gonna say,
something to
like, what
you,
about
bro.
that quote from that metal song, right? Like, you deserve to live. Like,
Yeah.
right? Like don't trade, don't all right. So I'm gonna take because I think you're right about the interpretation, but I want to go with my interpretation of it. Like the pain aspect, like you traded pain for grace. Like pain is the gift of pain for the something of grace, but pain is the gift. The fact that we're living is the gift. Life is inherently painful and life is inherently suffering, and that's a gift. Like we have to stop looking at all of that like it's a bad thing, right? That's actually something Nietzsche even talked about, like the philosopher Nietzsche. Like life is literally inherently suffering. We need to just accept that, and we need to stop complaining about that shit. The fact that you're growing, the fact that I'm feeling the amount of stress that I'm feeling actually means Project Refit is exploding, right? We are growing. We have tons of people we're supporting, tons of people that we're helping out. We have a retreat coming up with an online community with a great partner in Brianna with the roaming vet. We're taking out 20 fucking veterans on a retreat because of that partnership, and there's nothing better. It is literally the coolest thing ever that we're able to move with the future and we're creating something new. We have a whole new process of how we're supporting people, helping people, and looking at life. We're making what's old new again. Stop looking at life like it's a fucking issue and like a woe is me. Take accountability of your goddamn life. That is actually the truth. Stop fucking complaining about everything and start fucking living, right? Accept the pain and figure out how to solve the problem. Problem solving is crucial in changing your life, and accountability is too. Fuck yeah, Wade. You're totally on point, baby.
Dude, yeah, if you don't have accountability, you don't have recognition of the past. Like you just, you know what I mean? Then the past,
100%. That's right.
what is it? The best indicator of the future is the past. So if you don't learn from the past, you're destined to repeat it. You will just keep
That's
going on,
right.
dude. I've drank and relapsed. I will probably say 300 times, right? Like I tried. I'm like I'm probably low too because I was drinking for like 15 years, And I was like, oh, Monday will come, Monday will come, Monday will come, next Monday, next Monday. Nah, Monday's a weird day to start. Like, you know what I mean? Like, all these excuses, bro. And like,
Yo, Monday's a weird day to start. That's great.
yeah, right? It's fucking Monday. Everybody hates Monday. I'm like, yo, everybody hates Monday, bro. Like, I'm a dream today. It's Monday. Everybody hates Monday. But you know what I mean? It's like, dude, I had to lose everything to find out that at one time I had everything. You know, like
Yeah.
I will never take. I'll tell you what, bro. Being locked in a mental institution, and that's for anybody listening to this, taught me that we are fucking blessed every day. You get to wake up and choose your pair of shoes, the
Yep.
pants you're putting on your legs, and the shirt you're putting on. Because I tell you what, there are people locked in institutions right now going through the same stuff a lot of us are going through, who chose different paths. That dude, you don't get to choose your shoes in there, bro. You're in what they call a Johnny, a hospital gown, dude, walking around feeling fucking sorry for yourself until you see somebody who literally has no grasp on reality, and you're like, what the hell am I doing with my life, dude? Like, God gave me two arms and two legs and a perfectly functional brain. I am
Yep.
sad. That is okay to be sad. What am I gonna do about it? You know what I mean? And that's why, and I'm not like just putting a plug in here, but that's why fucking Project Refit's around, dude.
That's
Dude, the
right.
best thing you ever did for me, James, was tell me to shut the fuck up one time and take accountability of, I think you even said accountability of me. You said, you're drinking, Wade. I said, no, I'm not. You called me on my shit, bro. And that's a real fucking friend.
That's
He'll make
right.
you uncomfortable so you can have an uncomfortable dialogue.
That's right. Get ready, get brave. I remember I was at a it was at a Kova event actually with Patrick Carney. He invited me out, and I was talking to an audience of people, and I was like, you know what the fuck the problem is? The fucking problem with everything is people aren't getting brave. They're not telling each other the truth. You need to get brave with your words and speak the fucking truth. That's actually what freedom is. If you want to keep your freedom of your life and of your nation, of anything, you have to get fucking brave and take accountability for yourself. Freedom is responsibility. There's nothing else other than that. If you want to be free, take accountability and responsibility for your fucking life. That is what freedom is, right? That's what freedom from addiction is. That's what freedom from the government is. That's what freedom from anything bad is, right? That you have to get brave. So, one of the guys actually recently, Ray Boughton. So he's a recon Marine. He's becoming a close friend of mine too now, and like he's in refit. He's really crushing it, dude. Ray said, "Bro, everything's fake. Everything's fucking fake, right?" And there's another side to that quote too, but I don't want to say it on here honestly because whatever. But like everything's fake, right? And he's not wrong. When you come out and like people are being professional and shit, it's being fake. I don't want to be fake with you. I want to tell you the truth. I want to tell you what's actually going on, right? Like I don't want to enable you. I don't want to soften like my message to you. Fuck that. In that moment, you need a truth. You know you need a truth. You were lying to my face, not treating you're lying to me, so you're not respecting me. You have no respect for me. If you're fucking with me like that, you have no respect for me. And I'm not gonna take that. Fuck that. You're lying to me right now. And boom, you were like, fuck. It
But
hurt
the
your feelings. I know it hurt your feelings, but I
yeah,
know you also appreciated it too.
but
Right? Like,
the truth hurts when you're comfortable in a lie. You know what I mean?
that's
Like,
right, bro.
buddies believe
Whoa! What
I'm
the
so,
fuck? I
so good.
never heard that in my life.
I made it up, but but like
Dude,
I used to
hold
carry
up.
I used to
Hold up,
carry
hold
around.
up. I wanna write that down. I wanna write that down.
Go
You
ahead.
said truth hurts when you're comfortable in a lie.
Yep.
Holy fuck.
Like I had this perception, right, that I was like, and this is like, I don't know if I ever even told you this. I had this perception that I was doing so well because I had two jobs and I was helping people on the side and I was going to college. But meanwhile, bro, in my backpack every single day, I had a full pack of fireballs, dude, little mini fireballs and cinnamon gum just to get through my day, bro. I was just trying to like bang it out, bro. But in my head, nobody thought I was an alcoholic. Like I really thought that, bro. That was my lie. I was so comfortable in it. I was like, all right, I know how many nips I need to get through the day.
Yep.
Like I'm good. Like I'm comfortable. I was so comfortable, bro, and that was the fucking problem. So
Wow.
when you as my friend made me uncomfortable, bro, I didn't like it. But dude, me sober and clean now, I fucking appreciate it, bro. That
Yeah.
somebody was willing to step outside of my comfort zone and tell me the fucking truth, dude.
Yeah, dude. 100%. And you know what? You earned it though, and you deserve it. Just like everybody deserves the truth, even me, right? You told me some truths a couple weeks ago, and I was like, what the fuck? Like I was all hurt and shit, but it's not about me. So we have to continue forward. You know what I mean? Like, but I needed to hear that stuff and I needed to continue forward. And like, that's what you got to do for each other, you know? And like, that's, that's respect is what that shit is. You know what I mean? So as TJ says here, real recognizes real. And sometimes real also makes the not real very uncomfortable. And that's okay. And you know, it's funny. I feel like the the narrative too often in today's world is that we need to be soft and like give like a soft kind of truth. What the fuck? Say it how it is, right? But however, it can be delivered in a way that isn't demeaning. Like when I told you the shit that I told you, you're fucking lying to me, Wade. Why are you lying to me? I wasn't telling you you're a piece of shit. I wasn't telling you you're an asshole. I wasn't doing any of that. And that's not appropriate, right? Because I didn't believe that. I don't believe that. I was telling you you're drinking. That's what you're doing, right? Like you don't have to fucking shit on people and bring them down. Later, Sean, you don't have to do that, right? You can deliver a really tough message in a really honest, hardcore way, but you don't have to be an asshole about it. If people are kind of like, oh, well, I'm a bitch and that's okay, or I'm an asshole and that's okay. No, man, it's not. People can call you an asshole as long as you're delivering the message in a way that's not an asshole and bringing them down. If you're just telling them the truth about themselves and like, and in a way that's like, hey, listen, I'm noticing this. I don't think you are trying to be this way, but I am noticing this is how this is happening. And like you can deliver messages with truth messages without tearing the person down because that isn't fair, that isn't right, that's not how you grow together, that isn't how you do that.
No.
So it's definitely there's a balance to it sometimes, but you know some people go you're a fucking dickhead and it's like what, dude, how is that helping that person grow, right? You're just bringing that person down. That's not truthful, that's not fair truth, that's just shitty truth, right? If they are being an asshole, that's just you being shitty and there's actually nothing being fixed there, you know?
Yeah. Hey,
Anyway,
I got a VA presentation right now, so I love you, bro. Of
I love you too, brother. You be good, man. That was great. Thank you for jumping in, dude.
course, man.
Um, God, today was great. We're almost at our hour already. This is crazy. So, yeah, wild. I got on like an 8 minutes late, so we technically are at our hour, at our 1 minute mark or 1 o'clock mark. So I really appreciate you guys, everybody that joined in. What a great conversation that turned into today. Holy shit. Truth hurts when you're comfortable in a lie. That was amazing. Stop being a victim in your own story. Take charge and make change. That's another great one from Ozzy over on Instagram. Who else put some good stuff in here? Wow, today was wild. Remorse is an aggravating form of self pity. That was crazy good. Um, I need to pee. I'm sorry. I need to sneeze. I actually said I need to pee, and it made my sneeze go away because I was reading the 1 foot in tomorrow and 1 foot in yesterday. Then you're peeing all over today. I saw the word pee, and I said pee. Then it made me not want to sneeze anymore. That's hilarious. Um, being able to be reactive and improve based on the circumstances, the borderline is a borderline superpower. I totally agree with that. Um, Rejection doesn't equal failure. Rejection is another opportunity to improve, prove someone wrong or prove yourself wrong. Love that. Um, and then the good quote, right? The good quote from Jocko Willink when he's like, "Oh yeah, you lost that game or that match. Good. You fucked up on putting a mask on. Good. Like you lost that sale. Good. Whatever it is, like all those bad things. Good. Keep on moving forward. Keep on being better. Fuck yeah, man. Today I want to run through a brick wall, man. Crazy good day. All right. Appreciate you all. I'm gonna go hang out with Harry. I actually want to give him a quick shout out. Let me see. So Harry actually he's in Philly. He's helping us with our motorcycle. He's an Army officer. And there'll be some pictures and stuff like that of me working with him and him helping us out, man. It's going to be fucking great. So we do have a motorcycle we're going to be doing a sweepstakes on very soon. We're going to have a block of like 300 people that we're going to allow in to buy a block in to get this motorcycle custom built by Harry. It's our first one. We plan on doing more of those to help raise money for Refit because we're doing it all from the ground up, dude, by the sweat and blood and tears of our own hands and eyes and everything else. So we don't have any really wealthy donors. We have some really cool. We have Williams G. War gave us money. Patriot Fund gave us some money. And a few others helped us out. Fulton Bank recently gave us a nice check. First Energy is giving us a check soon. But nothing like, hundreds of thousands of dollars or anything like that, or millions. We're not that big of an organization that we're trying to get there to that point so we can help out more. Money does matter in a nonprofit. We are trying to hire people here in this nonprofit. We are trying to grow in this nonprofit because our message does matter and we are growing and we are helping and supporting. If you have a problem with that, then we're not the nonprofit for you to donate to. But we are trying to hire people so we can continue moving things forward. Nonprofits like hospitals hiring people all the time and they're making a good difference. And we're doing the same shit here. And we plan on doing that more. We have 300 people waiting to go on retreat with us right now, just from our own sign up alone. With the TRV community, we have over 250 people waiting to go on retreats. That is insane. That's 550 people waiting to go on retreats, and we need to send them. We need to get this message out. We need to support them. We have, I think, 216 now surveys in Delaware that have got done from first responders and veterans that can go on retreats. So that's over 700, almost 800 people waiting to go on retreats. We have so many people we've been able to reach, interact with, and support, and we need that support. So if you want to donate to that and you want to help us hire people, you want to help us send people out on retreats, you want to help heal this nation and help heal warriors in this country, that's what we're doing here. And we're doing it by embracing pain, embracing truth, and embracing honesty. So we got to get uncomfortable because pain is the ink to the pen that writes the story of your life. Let's go. That's